Hello everybody, welcome on back. I am Orion. We are back with some more Spell Brigade. Been a little bit since we played this, a lot of games, a lot of other new games came out. We had Hellclaw come out, and then we had a lot of other games with new updates, which was pretty crazy because a lot of things, when it rains it pours with this industry. You can go, I've been in a lull for like the last 2 weeks with nothing really to play. And then all of a sudden, Hellclaw comes out, Asgard gets an update, Nimrod's gets an update. so many Jotun Slayers getting an update in a week. Oh my goodness, there's so many. Okay, so today we are joined by Matt, Shifty, and Holt Brenner, Super Gusta, and roleplay name. They play on a Rust server, so that's their name for that one. But we're gonna be doing a Flux U build. So yeah, Flux U, Flux everything. We're gonna Flux everything up. That means we're gonna be doing Lightning and Acid. So I'm gonna be running Moon Mage. We're gonna have Solar Pulse. We're gonna have Imps, and we're gonna have Plants. Should be a relatively decent build. I think we'll have a good mix of healing, damage, couple minions, and we'll have, honestly, this is a really good mix of spells here. We have a couple really high damaging spells. You know, we have a couple spells that are going to be able to heal us. Should be pretty fun, honestly. It should be relatively powerful. We're going to be running the Moon Mage again, though, because the Moon Mage got a couple really big buffs. We got some damage buffs, and we got some new augments for this character. So I wanted to jump into this character again with this Flux U build and see how well it can do. I think Lightning and Acid will be pretty good. Let's do 100% do critical chance right there. But again, as always, every single video, if you want to join in on any of our multiplayer games, the biggest one being Spell Brigade that we kind of play on a weekly basis, jump into the Discord, always a link in the description. That's the only way you're going to be able to play. So jump into the Discord if you want to play. It's always a fun time. The Discord's growing and growing and growing every day. We're getting 5 to 10 new people every day, it seems like. So if you're just looking for like-minded people to hang out with and play video games with, there's always people in the Discord almost any time of the day now at this point. There's always a couple people hanging out on the Discord playing games. You know, they'll play Grounded, and then just whatever new game comes out. Grounded seems to be the hot thing right now. I don't play Grounded, but a lot of people are playing that. Oh, and Valheim. I think they play Valheim too. So if you're like I said, if you're just interested in playing any sort of multiplayer game with people, jump in the Discord. You'll be more than welcome in. All right, so again, we're gonna do probably gonna pick 100% gonna be picking crit damage. Crit damage with this is gonna be very important because we're gonna get an upgrade with this spell where we're gonna get an augment where at the end of its length, at the end of its trajectory, it's gonna hold there and it's gonna do basically 100% crit chance. So crit damage is gonna be incredibly important. So we're gonna be looking for that a lot. So I'm gonna try to get Savior Focus. We'll get Humble Ascension, maybe anything that's gonna increase our crit damage. We could get Offense Defense. That'll be an option too. And then Vital Strike again. Usually Vital Strike. So our typical build here, at least until they redo some of the relics and make them a little bit more competitive. That's what I'd like to see. I talked about this in my most recent video because Asgard's Fall, I don't know if anybody here plays Asgard's Fall or follows that, but that's a really cool game. And if you've already heard this story, if you watched the Asgard's Fall story, then you'll kind of have already heard this. But this game, I love this game. This game's cool. It's got a really great community. It's got really great devs. But at this point, with their updates always kind of feel, a lot of their updates always kind of feel the same. They're really focused on just constantly adding new content, which isn't necessarily always a bad thing, but new content. This is gonna sound really weird, but you got to hear me out. New content, too much new content gets really old after a while. You know, every update starts to feel the same. It's always a new mage and it's always a new wizard, or a new mage and one new spell. Basically, the last 5 or 6 updates have always been that. One new spell, one new wizard. I don't want to see that anymore. This is all my personal opinion. I would just rather not see a new mage and a new spell for a while. I want to start to see new... If they're going to add new content, I want to see things that are going to be more changing the way the game plays. They did add a new boss, which is great. But to be honest, it took them a year. It took them a year to add a new boss. I would love to see more bosses added more frequently. I would like to see, it's been a really long time since they added new quests and new modes. I want to see them really start to dive into the changing the way you can play. I know a lot of people have been asking for 2 spell runs. Let me do a 2 spell run. Let me customize how many spells I can equip, because I would love to do 2 spell runs. I would love to do a solar pulse and broadsword build. You know, I would love to do a magic missile and orb build. There's so many cool combinations that we can do with these spells that I would really love them to just let us be able to customize that. So adding things like that, I think is really, really important now. I think they have enough mages in the game. I think there's enough spells in the game. Now let us utilize them differently than what we're doing now. Okay, so we're definitely gonna do this one. This one's a really good one. This is the new augment they added. So upon returning, your moon rings make an additional pass. That's super good. That's a really cool new augment they added. But that's the kind of stuff I want to see. I want to see more new bosses, more new modes, you know, another map. Just ways to change up the way we play the game. And I know a lot of people want to be able to use the spells that we can't use in the game right now. There's a lot, you know, Hex Bomb, the mesh, scepter mesh, the fences. Let us use those. Find a way to let us use those in these 1 spell runs. If they insist on adding new mages, then at least start adding new mages for the spells that aren't currently equipped to a mage now. But that's where my rant comes in, because now I'm getting... It's a long story here. But Asgard's Fall. Asgard's Fall is a cool game. I think that game has a decent amount of content right now. You know, they put out the game, there's 3 heroes. They had a rune system. They have difficulty modifiers where you can change, you know, sort of the blood level, I think it's called in that game. But, you know, you can add more enemy health. You can modify the games in a lot of different ways to change how you play. But they had a rune system in that game, which was a really, really good idea. It's really creative. It really lets you refine your builds. But the way they implemented it originally kind of sucked. It was very cumbersome to use. You couldn't save your builds. You had to redo a build every single time. But what they did is their next update, their big update that they just did, they took some time off. Okay, let's do lightning. So we're gonna do lightning acid. So lightning it is. We'll do lightning first since that showed up. But they took some time off and they reworked their mechanic. So now it's much better. You can have loadouts. They redid the whole rune system. So now you can get legendaries that have special traits on them that change how you can play the game. Like, that stuff is sweet. Was it new content? Not necessarily. They could have just said, we'll get to this eventually. You know, it was clearly something that needed to be fixed. And they could have said, we'll get to this eventually, but we're just going to keep adding new characters, new spells. But they took the time. And in the long run, I personally think that's better. Because now they have the system that they wanted, and now it works much better than how it used to. So stuff like that is really important. So I think that's what these devs should do. I think they have enough mages in this game now. There's plenty of mages, there's plenty of spells. I don't want the next, like, if they didn't add a new spell or new update or new wizard for the next 2 updates, that's totally fine by me. If they said, okay, this next update is going to be the boss update, we're going to add 2 new bosses and we're going to add another mini boss that'll show up randomly at any point during the game, I'd be like, hell yes. That is super exciting. That'll change the way we're playing the game. Or if they did like, okay, this next update, this is going to be a challenge update. We're going to add new types of challenges to this game. We got 3 new challenges coming out. You're going to get a different type of reward. Awesome. Or hey, this next update, this is our Relic rework. We have changed how almost every Relic works in this game. They're going to be bigger and better now. They're going to be build defining relics. Everything you get is going to be really critical to how you do your build. I'd be like, hell yes, do that. That's what I want to see. That's like that's what would get me the most excited, because that would literally change if they added relics that are like game changing. We'll do this one. We'll do the critical one. I thought about taking that luck, but I'm gonna get the critical. Okay, let's go with spell damage. But you know, that's the kind of stuff I would prefer to see. That's it. That's my story. But I was really impressed. Like with Asgard's Fall, I really appreciate that the devs took the time to rework one of their most important systems in the game, versus just saying we'll get to it later, and then just keep dropping new characters or other things. Like, get your game working first, and then you can work on all the other content updates. That's fine. That's fine by me. I'm all for that. And it's not to say the devs aren't doing that, because they are. I would just be, like I said, I'm just okay with them not putting out a new mage and a new spell for an update and then giving us something else instead. But they kind of feel that, and I don't know their numbers. Maybe they see big spikes in purchase numbers or things like that whenever they release a new character. You know, that's probably part of it, because that's usually the flashier stuff. It's always flashier to see a new character and a new spell. That's the sexy update, you know? Because like especially if the new spell is powerful, then that's always usually if they drop a new spell that's really powerful, that's usually when I see the most views on a video too. Like if I go, oh, this spell is an S tier spell, and if it really is, that's when we'll all see the most. That's when I'll see the most views on a video. But something like Talon Claws, that update did horrible. that update did absolutely nothing for my channel or this game, in my opinion. The Talon update was horrible. So yeah, the Imp update was pretty cool. But there we go. That's sort of my mini rant. That's kind of the stuff I would like to personally see the most of. Okay, so 2 people actually already have Flux going. We got Shifty with Flux Imps, and then Holt with Flux Plants. I'm slowly working my way there. Let's go, yeah, let's go with that. I like the dodge, but we're not doing a dodge build this run, so I'll just take it on occasion. I'm gonna do the base damage. This next update, I'm really okay. Critical chance when we stand still is a no. These are no's. Okay, save your focus. That's 100% take. Critical damage is increased for every revive we get. That's 100%. Out of my way means we're starting to work on getting terms going finally. Out of my way means you have savior focus, so let me get the revives. You know, I'm gonna take that armor. I'm kind of preemptively taking it in case offense defense shows up. And that was definitely, I mean, that was the best pick there anyways. But I'm gonna take it just in case we get offense defense, because that'll be a 36% power boost right from the get. Oh! Okay, out of my way. Where is... I hate it. I hate how sometimes you can't see the deaths. Okay, we'll do spell cast. Sometimes it's really hard to see where they're at. Okay, up top. Out of my way. I'm just gonna spam it. Okay, so that's 35%. That's a 35% damage boost crit. I'm gonna do the movement speed. Again, potentially prepping for offense defense here. But I also just really like movement speed in this game. So even if I don't get offense defense, I don't care. 100% of the time, I would rather be fast than slow in this game. I hate being slow. Okay, so now we'll do the linger. So this is where all our crit's gonna come into... All our crit damage will come in. Okay, then we'll do this. Okay, so now we need to get acid. So let's re-roll. Re-roll. Okay, so there's Flux. So now we get Flux you. Flux everything. Lightning acid. Not the prettiest looking augment, but it's a really good one. Acid is really good in this game now. It got a pretty significant buff. So we're gonna build really heavily into crit damage now. And then hopefully, I mean, getting savior focus already is probably plenty good. If I don't get the other ones, I'll actually be... I'm gonna take the luck. I want to get luck. I haven't really gotten any luck, but if I see good luck pickups, I'm gonna take it. This is gonna be a 3-wave run, so more luck is gonna pay off here. If it was a 2-wave run, then I might be less interested in taking stuff like that, but for a 3-wave run, 100% I want more luck. Let's do, I mean, they're both 10%. We'll do the base. I don't think anybody has major XP gains yet. We use, what do we use? 9 hells? I think we use 9 hells. Let's go cast speed. I'll just get the magnet. I'm always the selfish one. I never take XP gain. Although the one time I did do that full support build where I just took movement speed, XP gain, pickup radius, that was actually pretty fun. See, so now our Moonerang is gonna hold at its longest point, and it's gonna do crit all the time now. I'm still not sure if I want it. The range, I think, works on... I think it does work now on... when it comes back to you. You know, when it like boomerangs back and it does its little rotation thing, or I don't know what you call it. It's yo-yo effect. I think the range does affect that. But other than that, I don't necessarily care for it. I like it just being a shorter range spell. Because then I can actually hit the boss, you know? Can have a little bit more control of what we're gonna do with it, but we'll still build the range just because I do think it works now with the yo-yo effect. I think it does give it more of a, it shoots, when it comes back to you, it goes further out each time. Relatively decent stats. There's gonna be, oh, there's another, I haven't been paying attention for the relics. Usually I'm on top of that, but there's another relic out here somewhere. New objective. That might have been the relic breaking. Sometime, no, it wasn't. Okay, I'll come get the relic since it's right here. And we all have relatively good health. Ooh, okay, we'll do the luck. Okay, so we're gonna be looking for not these ones. So again, some of these are really bad. This one's really bad. This one's really bad. This one's good, but only if you do a dodge build. We're looking for Vital Strike or Humble Ascension. Or we could do Delayed Fate. Let's just go Humble Ascension. Let's just go with it. It's somewhat early and we are doing a crit damage build. The luck one's pretty good though. I like the luck one. But for this build, let's go with as much crit as we can. Okay, it has, oh, dang it, the crab is up there, where I literally just was, but... Okay, this is, I'm gonna do the crit damage here. This is a tough one, though. When you give me the same things, I'm gonna do the crit damage, though. Crit damage is going to have the priority over crit chance, which usually isn't the case. But because we have 100% crit at its furthest length. Okay, so this is going to give me another 35%. Okay, we'll do the additional pass. We'll do the base movement speed. That's good. Okay, I'm really happy with what... Oh, did I get that? Or did we... It looked like he got it too. I'm really happy with what we have here. Okay, I'm going to do the critical damage again. In terms of relics, getting Humble Ascension and Savior Focus for our first two picks, that really puts us in a really good position. So for the last one, we're going to be looking for kind of whatever shows up first. Either offense, defense, or Vital Strike. Let's do the crit chance. So that'll be our, hopefully our third one. Offense, defense, or Vital Strike. Again, whatever shows up first. I will be totally fine with either of those. We have a couple healing spells, which is amazing. So that'll make Vital Strike a little less important, but I still like having Vital Strike because it's such a good healing spell. And if we're going to be building into crit and crit damage, it's going to heal for a lot. Okay, we'll do the base cast speed. Okay, let's go max health there. It's going to be hard to see exactly how much damage we're doing because the majority of our damage is going to come from the spell when it lingers. That's where pretty much all our damage is going to come from. Let's actually reroll. Let's do some rerolls here. Okay. Let's do the movement speed over dodge. No, let's go dodge. Dodge is going to be relatively important. Sorry, took a big old chug of my drink. We'll definitely go cast speed here. That's a no-brainer. Legendary cast speed. Oh, this is a lot of enemies. Okay, let's do... Okay, we could do the dodge there. The dodge is super powerful. We're gonna maybe... It depends on how strong we are. But having dodge for the new Toad boss is really, really helpful. Okay, we'll do damage. Man, my spell... Oh, Matt actually has the lowest level spell, which... It's always interesting to see who's leveling up their spell and who's doing global upgrades. We have a 25 for Shifty, a 28 for Holt. I only have 20. I'm gonna do crit chance again. Let's do probably the cast speed. Yeah, I could re-roll, but I think I'm okay with cast speed. I want to make sure that I use these rerolls before my luck gets too high too, so that way I can make sure a Humble Ascension is being used. Because the more luck we get, the less useful Humble Ascension gets. I would really like to see Humble Ascension get a buff too. 1% I don't think is good enough. It probably should be 2. Okay, ooh, this is actually the perfect luck item to get, because luck caps at 25. And we're at 24. So now I'm gonna hold off for hopefully a blue or higher level than blue. Once we see that, we'll probably just take it. Okay, we'll do our reroll here. And then we'll do the cast speed. There's the armor again, but I don't know. Should I? It's gonna feel useless taking this armor if I don't get offense defense. That's the only thing. But if I do get offense defense here, I've taken quite a bit of armor upgrades. So maybe I actually try. No, I'm still gonna take whatever shows up. Because if Vital Strike shows up, I'm not gonna pass on it. I'm just not. It's... Ooh. Ooh, why you do this to me? Cast speed. Let's go hang out by these plants and get some heals. Okay, we'll definitely roll damage. I feel bad though. Whenever I hang around the plants, I'm always hurting. I'm gonna be stealing damage basically from Holt. He's gonna heal me now. Okay, now I'm gonna take the dodge, especially over the range. Let's go with dodge. See the luck. The luck is starting to pay off. Oh, here comes the boss. Oh, it's the Toad. Okay, and we have 36% dodge. Not bad. You know, I'm gonna take that 6%. Especially since it is the toad right now. I think we should do decent against him. Oh, wow. This is best case scenario with the luck. We got to 24, and now we're getting a legendary. 32 luck. I think that's the best you can get without having the relic. Because once you get to 25, you stop seeing luck. So that's it. 32 is the best luck you can get in this game. And we just did that. Awesome. See, it's like I need to try to get the range to where it hits him and it just lingers on him. I love these imps too. The imps are a pretty good spell. Alright. We're really going into armor. If I get... That's going to give me 168% damage increase. If I get offense defense here. Now I really hope it shows up. But again, I'm not... If Vital Strike shows up, I'm not going to pass up on it. But now I really hope offense defense shows up. Because that's a lot of spell damage. And then I'll just rely on the birds and the plants for healing. And then hopefully I can get enough dodge that it won't really be that big of a deal. Because I'd probably build up more dodge if I don't get the healing. Okay, let's go check for the relic. Now I'm excited. I want to see what we get. Okay, let's do the additional pass again. Everybody has full health too, so this will be perfect. All right, offense, defense. Oh, we're down. Dang, we're gonna be down to our last one because I don't want any of these. Oh, Vital Strike. Okay, at least Vital Strike showed up. Oh my god, or we could do Delayed Fate and get some insane luck. Ooh, I could get some insane luck here with Delayed Fate. I think we'll... Honestly, I think we will do this. Instead of Vital Strike. Oh my gosh, why am I doing that? I was totally set with Vital Strike. But since I got the perfect 32 luck, that kind of made me change my mind, because now we're literally going to be at max luck here. I have one reroll which we won't use, and I'm going to be at insane luck. I don't think I've ever done this. This will be like a first time getting max luck for this build, and I really hope it pays off. I hope we see a lot of reds here. I was planning on doing this build as, like, advertising it as, Flux U, but if we get max build and I start seeing a lot of legendaries here, we're switching the theme of this build. This is now a max luck build. I'm excited for that. And I'm glad we're doing 3 waves now too, because that's hopefully where we're gonna see a lot of payoff for this. Because we need to wait a little bit too. It's gonna take some time to get to max luck. Sacrifice. Okay, it's got to be on the right side, probably top right. Yeah. All right, let's do spell damage. I think we're going to be pretty powerful here. I mean, I always understand that we're a little bit redundant here too with, you know, everybody having lightning or, you know, I'm actually gonna re-roll this because I don't care about this one for right now. I'm gonna do the re-rolls and see if I can get some, yeah, like one of these. Let's take one of these. Let's do the base crit damage. I'm gonna start re-rolling for that kind of stuff. And I'll eventually take the highest HP one. I'll probably take it at least before the boss shows up. Because I guess I don't really care with this spell as much if it targets the highest HP enemy, since it's kind of a multi-target spell. It's not like Aether Beam or something where it really hurts the spell if you're targeting the highest HP. Because this one's still gonna hit all the small enemies all the time. Okay, I need to go hang out by you up here. Thank you, Bolt. This plant is really good at healing. Did someone say 9 hells? Okay, we'll do the crit chance. Alright, so no offense defense, unfortunately, so a lot of that armor we picked probably won't be super helpful. Armor in this game I don't think is really that good unless you're getting offense defense. We need to go back to dark here too at some point too. I think what we need to do is a full void build and revisit that. So maybe that'll be one of the things we do next, because we know dark got nerfed a lot, but I would be curious to see how it does with some of the new spell updates, especially something like Moonerang, with some of these spells getting pretty big buffs. And then doing maybe, you know, a Solar Pulse dodge build with dark. That seems like it could be kind of cool. All right, let's do cast speed. Okay, so now we're at 35 luck. So I think this will get us up to 42. crushing statues. We're not going to be good at crushing statues. We'll be okay. We got a mid-tier statue crushing build here. The birds aren't going to be good. Look at that. Was that hitting for 7,800? Did I see 7,800 damage on that bird already? That's insane. Is that really how much damage that did? I gotta kind of look back at that again. Okay, let's do... I'll just take this. We'll just take this now. Yeah, I'm not gonna take any more movement speed. This is... We'll stop here. But 96% movement speed, that's awesome. Oh, what am I doing? I was like, for some reason I kept thinking I was... for some reason I kept thinking I had Vital Strike there. And I was like, why isn't my health healing? Okay, I need to go find a healer. Alright, let's do... I don't really take health regen. Alright, I gotta go find Holt. No. Which one's Holt? Holt's down here, okay. Heal me. Thank you. Maximum heals. Just really, really good healing spell. Really good. Quite possibly the best healing spell in the game. Just because you can sit on 5 plants at once and they'll just all mass heal you. Okay, this is super tempting. No, we don't need the movement speed. That's too much now. Oh, out of my way. All right, where's the revive? Up here. I don't know if anybody else has it. I think... Ooh, you almost got that without me, man. I was right there, though. All right, let's do... I'll do the XP game. .417 crit damage. See, all I need to do is just come hang out by the plants when I get a hit. That's why I didn't take that health regen. And that's also why Vital Strike still would have been great, because I could basically have really crazy, insane healing. Alright. We could have really, really, really good healing. But it's not necessarily needed. Just as long as I don't get one-shot it and then if I get hit a couple times, I can just go find the plants. Oh, we got a quest. You know, I can just go find the plants and go heal myself super quickly. That was like a double kick. We kicked that heck of far. Oh, there's one more. All right, down here. So now this is gonna be the good part, because now we're gonna get 3 options here, and I'm gonna be able to re-roll these. So. And then let's try to get legendaries or stuff. Well, I mean, we'll take the crit. I'll take that crit. But yeah, hopefully we can get a good chance to get... Oh, I wonder if that... Does that... Oh, that doesn't reset my luck. Okay, good. I was afraid it was going to. I forgot about that. Man, these ones kind of suck. These are 3 upgrades I don't really care about. Look how big those are. Holy cow. So I think we're maxed at 42 luck. Oh, shoot. Everybody, like everybody's literally just gonna hang out around the plants. Such good healing radius too on that. Okay, let's do spell damage. .420 crit damage. Do the crit chance again. 66% crit chance, 421 damage. Last objective before the boss. What do we got here? Fungi. This one I'll be good at because I have almost 100% movement speed. Just for funsies. That's pretty fast too. Alright, let's do the max health. Okay, let's re-roll this. So that doesn't reset it, huh? 42? 42, yeah, it doesn't. Good, because I totally forgot that I can't do re-rolls. But now I know. Because I don't know if I ever knew that. So it's only when you re-roll your spells, not when you do those re-rolls for the relics or your augments. Probably infusions too. Probably anything that costs health doesn't count. It's probably only your level up re-rolls then. Tempting. A lot of enemies here that I need to be hitting. Someone, I think the birds are, yeah, I don't, or is that my boomerang on the way back that's hitting for 5,800? I don't think it's mine. Because these turtles, if you hit them in the butt, you do more damage. See, something's hitting for 5,000. I can't tell if it's my spell on the turtles or if it's a bird flying by that I just don't see. The stuff like this, it's really hard to differentiate your damage numbers between other people. Because I'm hitting for a decent amount, you know, 26, no, yeah, see, I'm at 26, I think I'm 2,600 on the butt. So someone else is hitting, it must be the bird then that's hitting for the 5,800. For the heals. I'll probably take a decent amount of health too if we start seeing high level pickups. Okay, if I take this is gonna max me out at 82%. Okay, no, let's hold off. With the amount of luck we have, maybe we can see a higher level crit chance, but I don't know. Because once we get to 80, we're not going to see any more crit chance. So it's kind of like the luck. So I'm kind of in a bad position here because I'm at 76. So if I take a white one, if I take a white upgrade, that puts me at 80. So I can't get any closer. So the only thing I can hold off for now is getting a higher tier luck. either a 9 or a 12%. Is that the toad again? It is. This one will be a lot harder. This will be a lot harder than the first fight. This is why I wanted to make sure I had a decent amount of dodge. Okay, Shifty officially... Oh my goodness. That hurt. Okay, I need to go get healed up. Shifty did the 9 health, which means Shifty has over 100% XP gain. So that means Shifty gets the magnets now. I'll probably do the XP gain there too. Because even though Shifty gets the magnets now, Shifty's not gonna get all the XP because we're just gonna, I mean, I still have to pick up XP as I'm running around. I can't avoid it. We're getting really, I can see this luck paying off. Wait, what? Did I get hit there or no? That must have been, who did I pick up? Holt. I saw the damage number and just kind of assumed it was me. Where's that at? Oh shoot. Where is it? Up top, okay. Out of my way. Go try to get it. This is too much. He's already up anyways. That wasn't working out anyways. This boss fight's going super well though. Tons of damage. Yeah, that was a really, really good boss fight. We have so much damage on the board right now. Okay, we'll take that base crit damage. So now we're at 557. I think I got 2 revives that fight. Maybe 1. No, I think I got 2. And then there was, I think there was a 3rd death I didn't get. And then this is another thing I want to see them fix. I don't want there to be a lull in this game. Just keep the action going. Just keep the action going. Just ramp up the spawn rates again. Make it act like there aren't waves anymore. In a sense. You know, just drastically increase the spawn rates each wave. Especially for the first 5 or 10 minutes, however long this is. You know, keep turtles, keep all the heavy enemies in here. Yeah, what kind of sucks about the Because look how this works. With the Moonerang, when we're running, it stays on me. It doesn't really keep the... I wonder if they can change that. Because if I'm running, it loses the boomerang effect of it going back and forth. Because I'm sticking with it. They should adjust the speed of the Moonerang to the speed of what you're at. That might be way too powerful. But it does lose its effect if I'm running around like that. Alright, third wave. I'm pretty confident we're gonna beat this. We're down to 6 revives, though. That's the only issue, but damage-wise, we're there. 100% we're there for damage. Damage isn't an issue. Oops. I mean, I guess I'm... No. I'm not okay. I'm only at 53%. Birds are the king at this quest. Alright, there's the 6%. Let's just take it. We'll just max it out at 82. Ooh, did that... I think that was the bird. 8,200. From Matt. And Matt, I don't think has savior focus. Probably has offense defense, maybe. Okay, so, man, I have a level 39 spell. I guess that's not too bad. Shifty at 36, Holt at 46, Matt at 40. Kind of evening out here. We're hitting for a pretty good amount. I mean, we're hitting for 2,300 crits. We're not hitting for quite as much damage as the birds do, but, you know, we hit more targets. But the birds, man, it's crazy good. Yeah, look at all these minions just sitting there doing nothing, though. Shifty's just kind of a hermit over here, just chilling by all his plants. Holt. Just an insane, like, look at this. This is so stupid. Alright. Ooh. 596. I like it. I wonder if it can. I wonder if these can out heal damage. Probably not. You know, can I be invincible if I just stand here? No, don't leave. I mean, nope. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. No, okay. I can, but I think he has to have max plants out. But I think I can just stand here. And just take the damage and then get overhealed. See, because I need to make sure that he doesn't leave. And I have a lot of health, so I can take the hits. Okay, that was nice and easy. Yeah, I knew this. Like, I called this in the beginning. I knew this was gonna be a really solid set of spells. We have really good damaging spells, topped with the heals. We have really good range and AoE. And then just high target, the birds can hit multiple enemies, but you know, I guess I still consider it kind of like a single target spell, because each hit is only hitting one enemy, but it's still incredibly high damage. And then kind of the same with the birds, or not the birds, the plants. And then we get a lot of AoE attacks. I don't even know how to classify it. Because I guess mine's like an AoE attack in a way, like a piercing attack. And then just hundreds of minions out on the screen. What are they doing over here? This is just going crazy. I mean, I'd love to just hang out there, but I gotta run around and hit stuff. I guess if we all hung out over there, you know, we could just hit stuff. I don't have the dodge to be doing this, so I don't know why I'm insisting on running through. All these minions. I love the minions. The minions are a great new spell. I definitely like the minions. Base damage, legendary. We've been getting a lot of legendaries too. The luck has definitely... It was definitely worth it getting that 42 luck. 597 crit damage, 82 crit chance. I definitely, now that we're playing this, I definitely think that was the right decision to take that luck over critical, over vital strike. Especially with how much health I have now. And then how much healing we have with the plants. That was definitely the right move. Wait, is everybody up there? Oh no. We'll go cast speed. I don't think I need more health. As tempting as that was to take another 400 health, I don't think I need it. I'm surprised my dodge is actually still kind of low. I mean, 54% is not super low, but I'm surprised it's not higher. We haven't seen a good dodge pickup in a while. Seal the rift. thought for sure it was gonna be down there. It's gotta be... Yeah. Right here in the middle. Easy peasy. Another... There we go. Speak it and it shall come true. Alright. Just like that, 72% dodge. Crazy. 18% bump up in 2 levels. Love it. The only problem with these minions, man, is just half of them feel that they don't do anything. You know, this whole huge group right here is literally doing nothing. They're just swinging around, just, okay, we got nothing to fight. Let's just slowly move around and... Man, we are getting such good upgrades. Just constant legendaries. I wish we would see a legendary crit damage, though. That's the one thing we haven't seen. I haven't seen a 50% crit damage upgrade. Legendary, just it feels like almost every level, not quite, but it does feel the majority of the level ups we're seeing a legendary now. I want to see more of the damage ones though. How far are we even throwing this out? I want to kind of look. That's pretty far. Is that going to... It's going like the whole screen. Yeah, it's going all the way to the edge of the screen now. Each boomerang. Which is, it's just, I don't know, do I like having that or not? I mean, I get it hits more enemies as it passes through them. And maybe since we have 82% crit chance, it's fine. Out of my way. Alright, we gotta get these. I gotta pay attention to this quest. I think me and Shifty are the only ones that have it, at least from what I've noticed. Ooh. We'll go damage. That was actually a bad one. No legendaries or purples. And then the blues were ones I didn't want. Alright, was that the last quest before the boss? Okay, we'll do the crit damage. Not a high level one, but I'm never gonna pass up on a blue crit damage, yeah. So that was the last objective. Then we got boss fight. Get topped off over here. Of course, I feel like I jinxed it now. Talking about only seeing legendaries, and then all of a sudden we just got a run of blues there. There's only so many level ups too. I'm surprised. I was really hoping we would see a little bit more crit damage upgrades. Oh my goodness. These minions are out of control. This is a frame killer right here, all those minions and plants. We could turn off damage numbers, which maybe we'll do. Maybe next level up we'll do it, yeah. Let's go to options, video, nope. What is it? General. Damage numbers off. That helps a little bit, but... Okay, let's do cast speed. We already know what we're hitting for. It's not... The damage numbers really aren't going to increase that much more. Unless we get maybe a 50% crit. But of course it's these ones. Like, man, you give me 2 legendaries. Ugh. I don't want or need either of these. I want the damage ones. I want a legendary base damage. I want a legendary spell damage. I want critical damage. So even though we've been getting, okay, we finally got Soulfish. So even though we've been getting a lot of legendaries, it wasn't necessarily the ones I wanted the most. But I mean, I did end up with really good health. I did end up with really good casting speed. Oh yeah, we're gonna mess him up. Especially, yeah, once he gets stunned, we're gonna just drain his health. This is a crazy strong, just quadro of spells. I don't care if quadro is not a word, it is now. This is insane. Okay, let's do... You know what? Reroll. Base cast speed. Still keeps the 42. Oh, yeah, 42, right? That's what we were at. Because we're not going to level up again. Yeah, let's get that last bit of crit damage. GG's. Alright, let's go die. We should be able to die, I think, pretty easily. I don't have oh wait, I do have pretty good dodge, damn. For some reason I thought my dodge was lower. We should be able to die though. Alright, let's do cast speed. As long as I don't hang out by the plants. What do we have, 2 revives left? Oh, come on. I don't have any heals though, so that's the good part. But I don't know if we're gonna be able to. I don't know if we're gonna be able to do it here. Dodge, 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 dodge. Okay, no dodging. No dodging. It's tradition. If we can die, we die. Come on. We have no more revives. Just die. Come on. Alright, it's between me and Holt. I just need to get hit one more time. Holt's... if Holt runs around enough, I think he should be able to die. I know he has the plant healings. I don't know how well they're gonna... How quickly he drops them to heal. There we go. Alright, where's Holt at? No, you gotta move, Holt. I mean, obviously, you can't get killed there if you're just chilling. Alright, I'll give it like a minute. Not even a minute. I'll give it like 5 seconds. If he doesn't get out of there, we're just gonna quit. Yeah. Holt is officially pretty much unkillable. Chilling in your plants. Alright, that's gonna be it. GG's to Holt, Shifty, Matt, thank you for playing. Let's get out of here. We're gonna quit. We did our 3 runs. Alright, let's check out our stats. Most players revive, most kills, most deaths, most damage taken. I could see that, because Holt probably just sat in their thing the whole time. Stat-wise, pretty good. Damage, 95. I wish we would have gotten... I get we had 731% crit damage, which was really cool. But... Hold on. But we had, so I had 731 crit. I feel like I did have a missed opportunity to get a little bit more because we had such high legendary, such high luck to get legendaries, and we just didn't see them. Let's see, stat wise, 296. That's actually lower than I kind of thought we were doing. Yeah, 401,000 by Matt. I'm not surprised. Matt, I definitely could see doing the most damage there. Because he was hitting for... I wish we could see Matt's, but I think since we quit, I don't know if you can see the stats. Maybe you can. But Matt with 401, I'm surprised at how low mine was. I thought mine was actually going to be higher. Holt with 300,000, so we were pretty even. Shifty at 131. That was a good run, though. That was a really good run. Not surprising to see Matt at 401, though, because that's... God, that spell is so good. I wonder how much he was hitting there for at the end. Probably over 10,000. Or, yeah, probably over 10,000 per hit. Okay, well, there we go. That was the Flux U build. Just absolutely dominated. Insane damage. Moonerang's pretty good, but honestly, I thought we did better. I thought I was going to be a little bit higher, especially with all the crit damage we had. I thought we'd be a little bit higher up, but that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you, Matt, Shifty, Holt for playing. If you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.